Okay, I don't shoot a lot of videos in our backyard because I'm a little embarrassed by it. I'm honestly still embarrassed by our front yard too, because everything's just so in progress, and the mess bothers me and embarrasses me. But it is what it is, and I keep reminding myself, in progress, in progress, in progress. So I need to get the chickens out of the coop and put them in the run, and I need to clean the chicken coop out, which is basically cleaning off like where their roosting bars are, and we're doing the deep litter method right now. So it'll be just kind of hauling in some bags of pine pellets and kind of getting that spread out. So hopefully it won't take me too terribly long, but I thought I'd experiment with doing some time-lapse videos and give you a glimpse of what it's like here in our little backyard oasis taking care of chickens. Okay, so I know it was off to the side. I didn't frame that up very well, but if you saw me walking in circles, I was trying my very best to get our duck, Ricky, because we tried to separate him from the chickens, and he knew what I was trying to do, and he would not. He would not let me catch him. So I'm gonna give him a chance with the chickens. I don't think it's gonna go well, and so I know that one of us is going to need to get him out of there. Oh, bless. Our rooster and our drake, our male duck, let's just call them hormonal and leave it at that. And we're having a tough time with them. We're trying to figure out the best things to do with them. So I'll keep an eye on him while I'm out here cleaning the coop. Promise. Okay, so that was just the first step. I basically went in, scraped off the shelf where their roosting bars go, and put all of those lovely offerings from them into a bucket. And I put that bucket just kind of off to the side over here in this area. That's where we're going to set up our compost. And so I'm just already starting to kind of save some of that stuff to add in once our compost is ready. We're going to put it right beside the coop so that it's easy when we clean the coop to put those lovely offerings from our ladies and gents, into the compost area without having to like drag it all the way across the yard or something. The blue containers that you saw me kind of moving in and out, those are what we're using for nesting boxes. I got those from Family Dollar. I can't remember how much they were. I know they were under 10 a piece, maybe like $7 a piece. They're nice because we can take the lid off. Even with the lid on top, the chickens can get in and out very easily. We've seen more than one chicken in there at a time, so they're plenty big. And they'll stack. We did not have them stacked before because I didn't want them roosting on top of those, but even down just on one level, it was obvious that they've been hanging out on top of there anyway. So I just went ahead and stacked them. We have 4 in there right now, and we have 1 of those in their run as well. Gosh, sorry, I put my hand there a lot. They do use the one in the run sometimes. They're honestly more likely just to lay eggs at random places on the ground in the run instead of using the nesting box, but we wanted that available to them. If you saw me picking up the ceramic tiles off the ground. So those are actually from our first house that we had together when we were married. They are the tiles that were used in one of the bathrooms in the house, and the previous owners left all the extra tiles. So we have used those for a few different projects. And the reason I put them in the nesting boxes is to give them a little bit of weight, to hold them down. So I'm going to ask you guys something. Maybe you can weigh in if you have chickens and you have an opinion. The nesting boxes, we put nesting pads in there because I had heard good things about them, but honestly, they haven't done really well. Now, I don't know if they'll do better. I think I am going to give them one more shot. We have a few, and I can buy another pack of them. They're just not that cheap at Tractor Supply, so maybe if you have a better source for them. Oh, mercy, I'm going to have to get Ricky out of there. Be right back. This is Ricky. Doesn't he look guilty? Yeah, you look guilty? Yeah. So, as I mentioned before, Ricky's rather hormonal, and Ricky has grown up with these chickens and doesn't really get that he's a duck and they're chickens, which I think is pretty common when you don't have female ducks around for the male duck, the drake, and I just totally forgot what female ducks are called. I'll figure that one out. So I had to go in and get him. He has one chicken in particular that he's very fond of, and he was showing his affections for her. So I got him out of there, and ooh, the rooster's not happy. So because Ricky has grown up in this flock, guys, I think the chickens think he's a chicken too. I don't know. But the rooster does not like it when we try to take Ricky out of there. And so the rooster was like jumping at me like, oh no, you're not going to take Ricky out of here. I mean, I still took Ricky. I was proud of myself just for catching Ricky. Now, 2 chickens did get out in the process of me getting Ricky, but I'll have to take care of that. Anyway, so Ricky, say hey. Ricky is not named after a human, we know. I just wanted to say that in case you happen to be named Ricky and you watch this. I don't know if you will or not. But we named Ricky after the movie Secret Life of Pets. If I say R.I.P. Ricky and you've seen Secret Life of Pets, you know who Ricky is. Okay, I'm going to put Ricky down and continue. Okay, so what I was asking about was the nesting pads in the nesting boxes. So they were messy, and I think what was happening, I'm hoping that the tiles are going to help with this, is the nesting boxes get tipped over, like it just gets messy in there. So maybe if they're not able to tip the nesting boxes over, maybe the nesting pads won't get so messy. I don't know. So I'm going to give them another shot. But if you have something that you really like in your nesting boxes, would you comment below and let me know whether it's like straw, or we do not like pine shavings anywhere. The only pine shavings that we have right now are the ones that come in the little boxes when you get chicks and ducklings from Tractor Supply, and those are already everywhere. Guys, I don't like pine shavings. We use pine pellets in the coop. So we just need something different for the nesting boxes. So open for suggestions. So speaking of pine pellets, I am going to go haul those from the front and dump those into the coop, spread them around. Then I'm going to take the hose off the roosting bars and get those set back up. We are going to do something better for roosting bars. One, like these fall over a lot, the ones that we have. So we're going to do something that actually anchors to the walls, but also we've got to think ahead. We have a lot of chicks that are going to be moving into this coop in a few weeks, couple, I don't know, maybe 6 more weeks or so. So we're going to need more roosting space anyway. So we're thinking through that. We like the idea of the ones that anchor into the wall, but you can like take them out easily to clean them. So I think that's the route we're going, but I'll share more about that when we actually do it. break. That was, that last leg of it, it was tough work carrying those, the bags of pine pellets and stuff. They're either 40 or 50 pounds a piece. 40, I don't remember. Anyway, I got 4 bags. I think I need to get maybe 4 more. I'm not very good at judging how many we need, and it had been too long since we cleaned it. Pretty sure this is turkey. We got some new ducklings. I'm gonna have a separate video just on the ducklings. We got 5 new ducklings yesterday, and 2 of them are Dawn and Donatello. They're essentially replacement ducklings for a couple that were Asher's favorites last year that unfortunately we had a couple accidents and they didn't make it. And then we've got these 3 little, we're pretty sure they're Cayuga ducklings. So Turkey, we've got a whole story about the name Turkey. It's Abraham's favorite name to give any pet. We've had everything from leopard geckos to ducks named Turkey. And when we've sort of playfully, lovingly teased Abraham about it, he says, "What? It's a good name." So this is Turkey. And I named the other 2 Goose and Goat. And I told Asher, I was like, there you go. You've wanted turkeys, geese, and goats. You got one of each. So we'll see if those names stick. We have a really bad habit of naming birds and forgetting what we named them, or losing track of who's who. So anywho, I don't know if you could tell in the time lapse, every time that I would come to the coop with a bag of anything, all the chickens, who all got out when I was trying to remedy the whole Ricky situation, they thought I had treats, and so they would come up. So once I was finished, we like to do this anyway, but I got the bag of treats and I just spread a bunch of treats around on top of the pine pellets. That encourages them to go in there and start scratching around and moving the pine pellets around. And so they finally got some treats. So, okay, I think that's all for now. So I might go ahead and end this video, but thanks for just hanging out with me. There was something about it that helped kind of motivate me to keep going. So maybe I'll do more of these time lapses. We'll see. Hope you have a great day. And like I like to say, don't forget, God created you in his image for a purpose, and you are loved so very much.